Hello and welcome to COCZ TV. This is the second episode of Entrepreneurship with Brother Toperesu, a CEO for Alden Virtual College, a farmer, an entrepreneur, and a preacher here at Avondale Church of Christ. Over to you, Brother Toperesu.
Thank you very much, Brighton. Yeah, like last time we spoke about the entrepreneurship, and I gave a bit of overview of entrepreneurship. Today I'm trying to introduce the 3 dimensions of entrepreneurship. The first dimension of entrepreneurship is that we need to have self-development. A lot of people, we rush into business, but we don't understand ourselves. Yes. The first business is you. Then when you look at yourself first, they need to be able to start any business. Entrepreneurship is a series of investments. So the first dimension, like I said, self-development. When talk of self-development, what are we saying? You need to invest in developing yourself. That means to say you need to learn about your emotions, self-awareness, and also you need to learn about financial literacy. So there's 2 things that you need to learn. One, emotional intelligence, financial intelligence. Why emotional intelligence? Because at the end of the day, business will also prosper when you are able to interact with other people. So you need to manage yourself, you need to manage the relationship that you have, because those people that you are going to engage, these are your clients, these are your core customers. So you need to invest. How do you do that? You need to read books about emotional intelligence. Read books about financial intelligence. There is also this book about 7 habits. You need to understand why habits, because habits, they propel you to your behavior, to your character. So from there, like I said last time, you then need to look and learn. It's part of learning and self-development. Look and learn. Visit those people who are also in the business line that you think that's what you want to do. Then from there, we go to second dimension of entrepreneurship. Here we're looking at business planning and design. Because you want to start a business, without a plan, you plan to fail. So you need to then use your knowledge that you've been gathering to then say, what kind of business do I want to do? Then you plan it. You then also design the type of business you want. And again, sometimes you can also invite other people who are expertise in developing business plans. Then when you've got your business plan, you are now able to know what exactly you want to do. Then you go to the third dimension. The third dimension, we're talking of implementation. The implementation, like I said last time, your business is into 3 stages. The first stage is infant stage. Like it is said, infant, we are talking of a child. So what does that mean? It means you need to take care of your infant. And there are certain policies and procedures and systems that are not really relevant for your business when it is at that level. So you need to be mindful of not choking your business by too much systems, procedures, and policies. And normally, if it depends on the nature of the business that you have established as an entrepreneur, sometimes you'll be using, like in Zimbabwe, the common one is a bottom-up approach. We can't go to the banks and borrow money because the money here is very expensive. So you need to use what you have, or family coffers and resources. So because of that, what are we saying? You also enter into that business with your own expertise. You are the CEO, you are the worker, you are the messenger, you are the accountant. And to a certain level, when you are now saying people are now aware of your business, then you leverage for other people. You bring in employ people. You can start by one person. You employ as the need is arising. Then from there, you then need this infant stage or a phase, we are saying you are working in your business. Then when you go to second level of your business, that is the growth stage. In this growth stage now, you are no longer self-employed. If you talk of self-employed, even the mindset of being self-employed must be also you must eradicate in your mind. You are now employing others. But when you are employing others now in a growth stage, you are now focusing on developing systems. So we talk of, have you ever heard of the start with why and how and what? But then when you say we are now coming in the how part, the how part is say, yes, this is the nature of my business. Now, what is the system that I should also put into place so that when even you are not there, the business continues to run. So you are putting a system and at the same time policies and procedures so that even if you are not there, people can still operate your business as if you are there. So you are now working on your business. When you are working on your business, you are now an employer. You are no longer self-employed. You come to your business, try and look at your business and try to say, okay, at this level, you are trying to perfect the financial system, the financial policies, the human resource policies, the human resource procedures, and even the operational procedures. Then from there, your business can go to maturity stage. It is now time that you now move yourself out from the business. You now become more like a passive entrepreneur. You are also started thinking of another income streams. This business becomes like running on its own, even if you are not there. But basically, when you talk of entrepreneurship, you need to come up with a business that offers solution, and this solution you communicate to the clients, to the customers. People, they buy solutions; they don't buy your products or services.
Okay. So I think we have heard quite a lot from businesses,
Yes.
from customers who are engaged into businesses, shareholders and stakeholders. So there's a question that would go around right now would be, how do you gather and implement feedback from your customers?
Oh, thank you very much, Brighton. We say feedback is very important. Like feedback strengthens your business. It makes you improve your quality, your standards, or even the customer service that you are offering to your clients and customers. So feedbacks are in a number of ways. You can have physical feedbacks, yes, where you put on what you call those suggestion box. People, they suggest what they need you to improve, or maybe your handling of customers. So, but when you have got those suggestion box, you need then to make sure that you read. A lot of people can have those suggestion box, but they don't read and implement. So it becomes it won't be a feedback. It becomes like a white elephant project. So what are we saying? We are saying when whatever information you are getting from your suggestion box, you need to read and try to improve and communicate to your clients and to your stakeholders. Also, if nowadays you cannot do without digital marketing and whatever, you need also to have space for feedback. If it is Facebook, we need also to have that area where people can also write the feedbacks. But you need to respond. People, they want to see that you are responding to their feedback and giving them. If you are able to tell them you are okay, appreciate them, and also improve. But if things are, maybe sometimes the feedback can be caused by a client who doesn't understand your service business, and the product, maybe you need an opportunity to explain further. Or sometimes maybe there's weaknesses within your product and the service, then you need to improve on that. So that's very important. Others can also have stakeholder feedback meetings or workshops where you can call some representatives to come, and then they will give you that workshop interacting and try to explain things that they might not even know. Sometimes feedback is based on what ignorance.
No, okay, yes. So this is for the small businesses that are starting up. So I think we have had the part where feedback comes through maybe digital, or suggestion, right? But this is a business. Maybe I'm doing my backyard farming. How do I get this feedback?
The small business, you also have small clients.
Yes.
And you want frequent dialogue and discussion. You can ask or probe. Are you happy with my service? Are you happy with my product? Okay, you also try to probe them so that they speak out.
Okay.
So small one, as you interact, try to create that relationship. You lock your customers. Let them believe in you. Let them also have that freedom to speak back. From there, now we are able now to say, okay, I think there's this need for improvement.
Okay.
Because there's interaction, most of with your clients, because it's a small business.
All right. So I think there's this part where I'm starting my own business, right? I run it. We have talked about this in the last episode. I have started my business, and it's running quite. Which word would I put? Poorly, or it's going through tough times. So, what keeps you motivated through these tough times?
Oh, that's very important. Like I said last time, if you can still remember, that we need to have a passion about your business. Passion is a motivational tool because you are the one who understand your business better than the other customers. So when you've got a clear picture of what you really want to achieve, where there's a way, where there's a will, there's a way. So when you're focused on achieving something, that focus, for example, if I am traveling to Mutare, there's a house that I was given by my parents, and that house is maybe worth 100,000 or so. And then I'm in Harare, and I'm fully aware that there's a house in Mutare.
Yes.
I can maybe I don't have my vehicle or a car to travel to Mutare. I can maybe board a lift and whatever. In the process, the bus is break down. Can you return home? Can you return back to Harare?
No, there's no time to go back.
Because there's a house in it.
Yes, there's a house there.
Yeah. So you need to have that mental picture of your business. It should be convinced that, no, yes, my business can go down the valley. It can also going up. But because I know what is ahead of me, that will then give me to have that perseverance, that pain of going, that patience of going. And for your information, if business was so easy, everyone was going to be a businessman. So you need to know that you are embarking on a journey which needs to be tough, and also to be focused, and also to be determined, and also to continue learning, and also to see what exactly are you going wrong, and you also going back to the drawing board, trying to see whether you're doing the right thing or not, and also to try to invite other consultants. You can consult other people, external consultants, so that they can also look at your business with another eye, and they can also improve.
What you're saying is very true. I still remember when I wanted to start, I had to go to a consultant to start the business. Unfortunately, the funds didn't meet up to start the business, but we are still working on it. We have to start the business. So I think the topic is very broad in terms of entrepreneurship as an individual. So the question now is, I'm an individual and I'm in the church. I want to grow to become like Coca-Cola, but I'm in the church. I don't want to be engaged with maybe outside activities that maybe destroy my religious perspective. How do I go about it to grow this business in the church manner?
Yes, thank you very much. In every business, we've got values. Those values are the ones which will guide you on how to operate your business. You're a Christian. You need to have a value of integrity. But you cannot even say my business I cannot have customers of non-Christians. No, the business, it must be available to the community. Just like it is also a tool that can also use to evangelism.
Yes.
So you need to understand that first and foremost, you are a Christian. And you need to, I like Proverbs 11, verse 1. So it says, do not overcharge. It's an abomination before God. Do not use wrong scales. Those are values of a Christian. So you need to know that you are a Christian and you need to do business in an ethical manner. You don't need to do corruption, don't need to do involved into corrupt deals or to try into gambling and whatever. A Christian is focused. You pray that God should intervene in your business. You also give also back to the church when you are getting money. So in the church, you need also to understand that you create what you call social capital. Who are other brothers who are doing the same thing that you are doing? You learn from them, and also you also speak to the members of the church. Look, I'm doing this business. You can support me. For instance, a common business like broiler production. Say I'm having broilers. If you want your chicks and whatever, you can buy from me. And
Yes,
these
that's
broilers, I pray for them. So the
Yes.
chain is actually based on the Christian values.
Okay.
So you are not advertising, but you're also informing members of the church. And also some of the members of the church can also be able to support your business.
Okay. So I started this business. I've engaged you into my COC project business, and I'm now an entrepreneur. So I think I want to go as far as maybe broadening my business to outside the country. How do I go about it without straining myself, without straining you as a brother? Maybe you have your own goals you have set, and you want to keep up with the I think the environment, because some of us have got this mentality that if I start my business right now, if it's not comfortable, I now buy myself a Lamborghini, I buy myself something from this business. I'm not too comfortable to even want to broaden up, even if I'm not the partner to maybe the person who's already running this business. So I think if you could decipher that part so that we can get
If I get it right, you said as your business is expanding,
Yes.
you want to go
Abroad,
beyond the
yes,
borders.
yes.
And there are also issues which you need to also to understand. You need now to understand the international standards of business. And which country are you going? You need also to understand the laws of that country, so that you can also put up your business there if you want to put it physically. But you can also go there through virtual.
Okay.
There are two ways nowadays. You can either establish your business here, but also market it abroad using the digital marketing and also the internet, Facebook, Twitter, and the like, LinkedIn. And also at the same time, you are also, as a church member, you need to understand that in every country there is also a member of Church of Christ.
Yes.
Why can't we link with them? That's the importance of the cell. In Botswana, we're going to have cell in this Easter. That's where if you can attend it there, now you can also link with these brethren from these other countries and become right on to. That's what we call leveraging. Use those what you call network you are having. Your network is the first investment. So yes, you can also enter into other countries through church members who are already there, or you can also enter to other countries through the experience of other members who are local, who knows Mozambique. Like myself, I used to work in Mozambique. I can also give you information about Mozambique. There are other members who are also working maybe in Zambia, UK, and whatever. So you can use the network. But at the same time, members, they can also support you when they see that you also plow back to the church, to the growth of the church. We also have, so you can also, like, using maybe even websites and what you have. So technology, physical, and also relationship building and network is very critical
Yes,
for your expansion. We talked about Lamborghini and whatever. Don't buy assets with the money, with your investment. But as you are paid your dividends, your assets now, buy assets first. When the assets are men, they can buy you liabilities. Because Lamborghini is a liability.
Yes, that's a liability.
So start by developing your assets. For example, you are into media, isn't it? Develop, buy assets that are related to media.
Yes.
When you've got now, say, okay, I think in the media field now, we are okay. Let those assets now buy you Lamborghini.
Very true.
Not vice versa.
Yeah, because I think many of us will start off by saying, okay, I'll just buy the car first with the money so that I can run it up. And I'll just be moving around. In Shona, I will say, I think, yes.
The problem with youngsters.
Yes, I want to. Something like that.
Yeah.
So it's now a problem, I think, to the youngsters to start their businesses, and they want to, I think, build the relationship with, I think, the community, but not building it the positive way, but the negative way. I could see is cool. He has a business now. He's cool. So I don't know, how do we deal with this he's cool mentality?
That one is very critical. You need to also, like I said, you need to continue reading. If you still remember when I say first dimension of entrepreneurship is about investing into reading a financial intelligence books, emotional intelligence books. These books will rain your that passion, the lust for because they will tell you more on how to invest. Like if you read the Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, the 8 Rules of Money, they will make you sure that you don't have to invest into liabilities, and they will also define liabilities in its true sense. A liability, what is a liability? Anything that takes money from your pocket, it is not bringing money in your pocket, it's a liability. And an asset is anything that brings money in your pocket, even if you are asleep. So you should also see, okay, that Lamborghini, what is it bringing to you? Is it necessary? That's why you find if you look at I always people to tell my students to say, no, read like books like even the 7 Habits of highly successful people. There's proactive, there is beginning with the end in mind. Then there's also put first things first. We are talking about prioritizing. Because sometimes those kind of luxury that you purchase, they will chew up your profits. Maybe your business is getting 100,000 profit. You have to buy a Lamborghini which is worth 150,000 or 200,000.
Yes.
That means you are now going into your investment.
You're coming back to the investment and acquiring more debt.
Yes, that's why we say come to our individual college. We also train this entrepreneurship. A lot of people have gone to levels because of those trainings. You need those trainings. You need also career guidance. You also need also mentors who mentor you on how to, when you reach another level of success, you need somebody who also
can manage it.
Who can also go to and give advice. People, when you have money, you don't want to hear advice. You think the man, you now know everything. That's the problem.
Yes. Yeah, that's very true, because when I'm rich, I don't want to be associated with 3,000 people who are going to be telling me, no, don't buy this, don't buy that. But we just want to spend. We don't have the mentality to run up and say, look, I'm starting this business. I need more advice. I'm now up to, I think, 100,000, and I still need the advice. So I always listen to Vusi Tembikwayo who is a South African investor, if I'm not. Yes.
Okay.
So he always says, you need a mentor and you need a coach. These two people should not be the same person, because a coach can stand in where you are not allowed to be. He will be like, look, I have a kid. He's doing this and that. Call him. And a mentor is the one who's going to be like, you are doing this wrong. Do it this way. The coach is telling you where you should be and what you should be doing. The mentor is going to be telling you what's wrong and what needs to be fixed. So I think that's kind of what we need to practice internally as a church individual, if you want to be an individual in entrepreneurship. But before we go any further, we have to learn about what these entrepreneurship advisors look like. So I think maybe we will continue this on another day and figure out what financial literacy is, who is an advisor, who is a mentor, who is a coach, and who are your partners in terms of business, who is your customer. Also, I think that's going to be in another episode. But before we go, as always, we want you to give these young adults, these entrepreneurs, a word of advice for them to keep up with.
Oh, thank you very much. I've noticed a lot of entrepreneurs. I cannot say they are entrepreneurs. They are opportunists. They don't invest, like you are saying. Once somebody has got money, they don't learn. But look at this Buffett and whatever, they continue learning. They also document, and how do you learn? By also trying to teach others. So most youngsters, especially in Zimbabwe, once they've got a few dollars, they don't want to learn. They think they know everything. You don't want to learn. That's the problem.
Yes.
Yet now, for you to continue successful and whatever in the path of success, in the path of entrepreneurship, you should invest into lifelong learning. Learn. If you stop learning, you stop being a leader. You stop being an entrepreneur. So you find a lot of people, they don't want to learn. In the church, you are blessed to have people a lot of people who can also train you. Can also, and even this media can also create awareness of the importance of learning. Invest in learning. Even if you finish your degree, it's not enough. Continue learning. Every year, you should have at least some learning and some certificates that you are acquiring. Look at me, I have got several certificates that I have been doing. And every year, I'm learning.
Yes, you should continue learning.
Yes. And stop abusing drugs.
Yes, that's another issue.
Instead of drinking and abusing drugs, read your Bible.
Yes, true. Okay, so we always say this. We want to acquire 90% entrepreneurship by 2030, as according to the country's vision. We want to be a world-class country by 2030. So I think this is the part where I say thank you all for watching. Continue subscribing. I think 80% of you people haven't subscribed. Please subscribe. It also means a lot to us. Thank you.
Thank you.